What's up, fish keepers? It's your boy Stavros. Today, you know, I know, we know, Reddit aquariums. Yikes. Hanging edges? Oh, nice. If you have a circular table, have no fear. Use your prayers. I'm sure if there was a graph of where the stress is on this tank, it's in all of the wrong places. Rimless needs a foam pad. He's got the cleanup water bucket ready, though. Lotion? Lotion next to the fish tank? Interesting. It's like having a can of salt next to your slug farm. This must be a bedside table and they just look over at the fish. One day it's going to be a crack, crack, boom! That's someone's server. Is that a blowfish? Looks like we got a stingray. What in the world is that? How many fish do you have in here? There's another 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my, they have so much faith in the Ikea bookshelf. You can get away with this, but do you want to? It is particle board. These little pegs really interact with each one of these holes differently. So I would sure hate to end up in a loose hole. I've put together enough Ikea to know that these pegs aren't fitting into each one of these holes with the same tightness. Sure hate for some critical ones to wear out. Already bowing from the weight. There's definitely something going on up here. I'm not sure if it's leaning forward from the cords. Yeah, get the steel ones. That's what I know. Does this qualify as stressful? It's an aquarium themed tomb. You're supposed to roll the cadaver right in there. It's Davy Jones's casket. 12-foot aquarium, 2 6-foot tanks on a 12-foot stand. That is not a 12-foot aquarium if it's 2 6-foot tanks. In that case, I've got a 6-foot aquarium that's 7 feet tall. 12-foot aquarium should get banned. And a hood. And it's cracking right down the middle. Good luck. Am I the only one that can see them bowing? Oh, they're bowing. Stressful aquariums. And the child locks, implying that a kid is playing around there. Yeah, what is supporting that? Nice recliner. Do you want to sit in the danger seat? When I go and sit at Paw Paw's, the black recliner is like Russian roulette. Wouldn't want to be a cat sitting in that laundry. Wouldn't want to be a kid playing under that. Things that are more precarious. I don't think it's going to tip over and come at you if a kid gives it a rattle. The gall to sell this is a good piece of equipment. Get a saw and saw off these edges and sell it as a 6-footer, aka 2-3 feet. It's like things you would see on Zillow. Price firm, $400,000 for this house. Don't mind the couch tank. There you just sit on the edge of that. Stonehenge, but with fish. Tuck and roll. Crawling obstacle course. Hey, they've got my sponge filter that I like. I'm seeing, is this tatter? Sometimes you can't tell. Their tails would just be clear. I think they're healthy. When I look at them and they're all perked up like this, it makes me think this is temporary and it's a breeding situation and they're being growed out and this person knows to change the water every day. You know, they're all brothers and sisters in here. They're all siblings. There's a lot of ways that can go wrong. And, you know, the corners are the most important to support. Is this 75 gallons though? It's bigger than a 40. The Bowen, I'm always scared of the Bowen. You check this water line and we are on level ground. Hey-oh, the shimmies are in place. You know, I've seen entire fish stores where they just balance it every side like this. I don't know why I'm thinking it's only 20 gallons though. Never done the math. Never been brave enough. Forbidden limbo stick. It's going to be $1,000 busted on the concrete. At least it's outside this time. Corner support is adequate for rim tanks up to several hundred gallons. Yeah. And you get to several hundred very quick. Sure, not on my homeowner's insurance, it's not. Do you regularly make claims to your homeowner insurance when your back patio gets wet? Yes. Those fish are about to live up to their name. 133 angelfish. 1 fish per gallon. They did it. It would be so embarrassing to be the last fish you put in there before it shattered. Really get ostracized from the tribe. This guy built a roller coaster to stress out his fish. Yeah. And he goes into creative. What if this was just a way to flex his house and all of his tanks? Bare glass boxes though? Is this AI? Yes. 1 million views. Did you know how they pretend like they find a beta under the ground, or, you know, it's like getting a scam call. You're getting scammed. I mean, they're really pushing the fish through the tube, slurping your fish through the matrix. It's fun for anyone who hasn't done a water change. All I think is water change. You watch pieces of gunk go through here all the time. You watch, you get a python that goes across your house into the front yard. And if you do it just right, you might get a guppy slipping through. I siphon directly into a cargo container so I can look and survey the land. But I don't know, a Hot Wheels track for the goldfish. Not exactly cute. It's like the show Jackass, but for fish, I guess. Unwilling participants playing with his fish's food. Naturally, this isn't even original. He has plagiarized. It's like, just feed it to your fish. He did the old Hot Wheels track. Very cool for people that don't own fish. Is this a good idea? All of this is light. Are these cloth drawers that come out? These cubes aren't terribly heavy, but enough to break your leg. Don't like that. Maybe that's just a shadow, or it looks like this is going in more than that. A little water line check. Looks like everything's even. I've seen worse. Weight-wise, it's probably fine. I should buy renter's insurance. Oh yeah. The Husky shelves, the Gladiator shelves, a lot of those hardware shelves, and you could probably get them in any color. I've even seen one, the Husky ones are even yellow, kind of like a sports car yellow. Yeah. Or you can build your own 2x4s. Sometimes you can double them up. There's tutorials about that. I like the Rust-Oleum method, turning it into Walmart furniture by using that black paint, and it really does make that wood as waterproof as you could hope for. That particle wood will swell. These tanks aren't big enough to be super crucial, but it is against my nature. It is against my fish room rules. If it fits, it sits. Quite quaint. I see the curve forming of the top shelf. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, a lot of times I integrally don't trust particle wood. I don't trust something that if you push and it starts wobbling, I mean, I guess, never mind. Anything tall enough will do that. Bolt it to the wall. That's what I say. Bolt it to the wall. My father's aquarium. Oh no! The water line. And it looks like the tank, too, has the same crooked water line, which means the house is crooked. Very crooked. Father, look behind you. Father, don't look behind you. The styrofoam is barely holding. Particle wood. Glowfish everywhere. Glowfish in my hair. There's something poking out there. Shimmy's under it to prevent the wiggling. Everyone come join the prayer circle for OP Dad's floor. I like to live dangerously. Oh yeah. Rimless again. Rimless, baby. What's going on here? This is another tank. Oh, okay. Is the table leaning? Or the house? Not just the filter. And you don't want these corners running over on the rimless. That's what I know. Mama said I could go anywhere as long as I put a foam pad beneath my rimless. Updated Dad's aquarium. Hey, yo. Still running off the edges. Did you turn the light off and take it at a different angle? What's different? Did you add blocks? I read him some of the comments and made him see the light. It's awful. It's awful to expose people like that. You see what it used to look like again? I wish it was the same angle. Because really, I think it's the same. But at night, like, Father, how dare you? Take some fish out. I was just thinking of the corners hanging off. Okay. No, it's more level now. It's more level. Dad broke out the shimmy, somehow straightened the floor. All right. Finally, a robot fish. See why he's wearing gloves. Might actually be stress relieving. Save money on aquarium with this simple trick. Someone said, please share the parameters. I can't believe my friend's house didn't flood. Oh, it's flooded. It's just seeped into the carpet. Oh, no, that's normal. Every day. Went to bring my friend a new little fishy. As soon as I saw their tank, I forced them to drain it out just enough water so the fish could stay in and started figuring out a new tank. The corners of the tank was peeling apart. Yeah, that's barfaroonie. Deep into the mucky ducky. We have some grain. Hold on to that grain. Oh, gross. Looks like bathroom caulking. Hang on, plank. Painting. It's gross. Oh, is it a bow front or is it just bowing? It's just bowing. Stressful aquariums. It's awful. Put the friend on blast. I'll give you a fish if you give me a picture. Throw that out and pray. Pray for your house. Look, they're getting the bow right there. You ever look at an aquarium and want to throw up? I usually have a pretty good tolerance for the calcification, the tap water giving off that crusty residue. We wipe it up with vinegar. Probably not vinegar the fish. This person doesn't need to be responsible for a fish tank. What the hell? At what point do you just you're keeping a muddy hole in your house? This was holding water. I don't know how. I would have immediately brought my fish back home. This looks like a CBRN issue. How did it get so bad? A lot of water to potentially mop up. Oh man, that hit me just right. I was like finding candy in my pocket. The T-style tanks scare me. Do this with TVs, maybe not aquariums. Like how low it is. Man, a little water lettuce in there or something. It always puzzles me how people can spend money on a giant tank and then throw a couple of fake plants and a bunch of fish and call it a day. The plants that would not get eaten by goldfish, I know it's very precarious. They love eating duckweed, which is awesome. But then, of course, everything that fits into their mouth. Potted plants on the top of the tank, cracking me up. Put them inside the water. Those pothos give off calcium oxide at a certain pH level. You want to take out rotting parts of the plant, but it's almost a good trade-off. And the silver pothos is even worse. It will send off those crystals. I always get that in my head. I still have pothos. My friend posted this on Discord. I'm like, hey, dog is like, that's not my fault. There's a baby situation. Now that's a hell of a tank. That's a hell of a location right next to the couch and the TV. Do you sit inside the tank to watch the TV? Cloudy? Those aren't ranchus. Balloon mollies? What's going on in there? What's going on, Golden, in there? The flowers are dying. The fish are dying. The baby's born. The dog knows he's second place. A little bit of medication. Maybe give some of that to the fish. Fish shelf. You stack up things up here. You're not going to be able... Is the TV on the aquarium? The TV is on the aquarium, right? That's the stand. That is the legs. That is not wall mounted. Excuse revoked. Is that a buffalo etched into the window? Excuse revoked. You're putting extra obstacles between you and the water change. And don't do it. Don't do it. At least leave yourself an opening where you spot a sick fish. It urges you to do the water change immediately, which means no TV on the top. No wonder it's murky. And it looks soupy. There's a cat in the tank. There's a reflection of a cat in the tank. We found you, Snowball. Relegated to third place after the dog. I'm sorry, the baby's here. What is going on? Oh, what's that? The games you got down there. What kind of board games? They're like, yeah, we've got one TV on the aquarium, the other one face down on the couch. You actually sit on this TV to watch this TV that sits on the tank. And we have a landline phone, so you can call Ma. Looks like the other TV already fell off. Is that what went on? I am stressed. Get rid of everything except the baby. I'm sorry, boo-boo. Why? It's the T-pose. The T-pose over and over on Marketplace. Oh, it's on glass. I don't know if it goes down and it's beveled. It kind of... Is it flat or does it have edges that it's kind of like balancing it on? If it's flat, then all of the stress is on the table glass, and I don't mind that. Take that, table. What you got going on in that house, though? A little bit of garbage bag, a little bit of a little moving out, a little furniture. Oh, hide the fish medicine. The tank isn't even well centered on the table. Playing fast and loose with 75 gallons of water. Someone said 90. It's not the type of tank I use. Looks more expensive than the tank I have. So I really like black backgrounds for this reason, especially that bright orange fish. This thing feels like you spent some money on it. And so I would hate for them to. But if they're using that stand, then they, I don't know, get that black background. Everything about this is horrific. The overhang, murky water, and the pineapple. Looks like a double pineapple. Must pick up everything goes with including the fish. You have to strap this cabinet to your back. If you can't do it, you're out of luck. I believe I received that there, one of them fish diseases, just by looking at this tank. What is that murky shadow I see? Could it be a pleco for you and me? Deep beneath the depths of Facebook Marketplace, you will see a fish with a glowing eye. It will give you chase. Sitting here in a bog with all of his friends. But he's the one that's morphing from the torture that has no end. Oh look, the Krusty Krab is there. We've got the gravel. I've been wondering about, is it improved? I, in general, don't want to look at it. Throw in the dog food and you got a deal. You gotta pay me $200 to take this. They're charging you for the time it took them to grow these goldfish. They're like, Prometheus is worth $100 alone. I found an old photo of how betas are kept in my local pet store. Making my way downtown, getting a Sprite, but it's got a beta in it. I'm in the warning zone for a fire, possible evacuation. What do I do about my fish? That is a stressful aquarium. Honestly, it's easiest to leave them behind. That's what I would do for a hurricane. But the fish had a big meeting in your living room after the flood comes. Battery powered air pump. For me, I would connect it directly to my sponge filter. It keeps everything going. With the nano fish, things will last 2 or 3 days. I have not experienced that with larger fish, though. Gosh, if your power goes out for half a day, you're getting into weird territory with the large fish. Battery powered pumps, though, leave it on as long as you can and get out of there. You're better off letting them be. Yeah, I guess you could bucket them. The chances of maybe it not hitting your house. I'm not an expert in wildfires. I wouldn't know if it's coming for your house. It's coming for your house. That viral picture of the guy leaving up his sprinklers fascinates me. And my sprinklers are all above ground, but they're kind of stapled into the yard, so I could turn that on real quick. And then the guy with the inner tube on the hurricane side, the guy with the inner tube around his house. You couldn't make that picture now. People would just assume that's AI. However, Yeah, save the house first. Turn on your sprinklers if you can. You probably can because it's in a drought. I'm in Florida. I'm trying to think. Let's say it was like $1,000, $5,000 fish. The last 2 pup fish, it's almost 50-50. Mail them out, 5-gallon bucket with the battery-powered air pump still. It's stressing me out. I was a stressful one. Went clubbing last night. Come on, fish. Do you feel the beat? Do you feel your feet? This is how I like to party with fish. Kiss and Gouramis live for 15 years, so these guys are in for it. I live in the music. This is what my fish hear when it's time to feed them. Water change. I mean, there's some vibrations going on. This is like the car ride home. Kind of feel it in the scales. What if it like shook the seal apart on the tank? This might be broad daylight. I got them fish ornaments. Viking helmet, Viking helmet, Viking helmet. This has to be somewhere odd, like Las Vegas. Few laugh lines. Everyone's up at 8 a.m. Those fish are probably not even stressed. The random light don't hit directly at the tank. You only get the vibrations. As long as no one spills beverage into the tank. It's an odd combination. Welcome to the Fish Club. That's a hot beat. I'm gonna make it my ringtone. Making its round downtown, getting karma, and you don't know why. Stressful encounters. Sad encounter with a beautiful, intelligent animal. Well, that is foamy below me. Do not scare the octopus. The octopus looks like he's scared already. You did this to me. I don't keep saltwater tanks. I couldn't tell you if that foam is bad. It is for fresh water. I do want to try saltwater. It goes small, really micro niche on a seahorse or something. Micro niche. This has been another episode of Stressful Aquariums. Until next time, fish keepers. Until next time.
These fish like to eat.
Please join us. Please join us. Please join us.
Join us.